Greetings, technology enthusiasts. I am Chandrahas and I am delighted to be here with you representing CyberBrainer. Do you not believe that the technology sector is advancing at an unprecedented rate, making this an opportune moment to acquire the skills that will facilitate your progress? With CyberBrainer, we are empowering you to take control of your own future. At CyberBrainer, we do not merely impart your interests. We assert that information is power, yet it is the application of knowledge that distinguishes you. Our courses are meant to equip you with essential skills, whether you are pursuing data science, understanding artificial intelligence, or delving into cybersecurity. Let us commence the session and seize the future today. Thank you.
Today, I'm planning to cover that. Today is the first technical sessions. Like how to install the managed package, how to enable in-service lightning in your developer org, then how to create and assign the permission sets which is related to field service lightning. Then we just were the keep layers of field service. Then we will be discussing service data model and we will be creating service resource means. Basically, we will be discussing the prerequisites of field service today. What is field service lightning? Just I'm briefly brushed up. We have discussed in the first sessions like it is a comprehensive view of Service Cloud. And it is a Salesforce product that connects customer workforce and products on a single platform to deliver exceptional on-site services. Means it is a comprehensive view of Service Cloud. Means if any customers pay request services, Salesforce launched this field service lightning product as a comprehensive view of Service Cloud, which created the field service technicians. It will give you the on-site services and the technicians will reach to customers' places and they will give the satisfactory services to the customers. This is a managed package tool which enhances service management by automations. And it is the integrations of tasks for agents, dispatchers and mobile employee. This is the high level of field service lightning. We have discussed the process like we have discussed. Suppose I am a customer. I have an issue. I have launched a case in my Salesforce applications. Based on that case, the work order will be generated. Work order is basically the work which will be assigned to the field. Technicians will come to that later. Now, based on that work assigned to the field technicians is the field technicians. One job is scheduled to his calendar. Based on that scheduled job, he will reach out to the customer, go to the customer, on-site services, go to the on-site and give the on-site services, and that should be satisfactory services. That is the overall high-level process, which is basically a field service lightning. This is the process cycle I have just mentioned. Now I go to the technical part, that how to install the field service managed package, and then we will come to the persona. If I will go to my now, what we will discuss, I will show how to install the managed package. First of all, I will go to this slide. I have provided that link. This link. Let me go to my developer of I believe you have already. You are having a developer out. What you will do, you will just paste this link, the service lightning link. If I will just copy this link, I have already installed in my. Once installation page will come, you will obviously install. You do not have any sandbox as of now because it is licensed. Provisions, provision. Definitely you will install in production. That means your developer means login Salesforce. When you click on that, installed into production. What will happen? This is my developer org which I have provided. You will provide it your developer org. If you just go to here, you will provide it your developer. You will install that managed package. Then when installation complete, after 5 to 10 minutes, you will be receiving an email into your provided email. ID step by step, I will provide in a document also. How to install that step by step, I will mention there. When installation complete, within 5 to 10 minutes, you will be receiving an email into your provided mailbox that your installation has been successful. Before going to install that in your playground means that this is your playground. What do you need to do? Let me tell you. I am telling you. This is the how to install the manage package. Clicking on that. But before doing that, installations mandatorily, you need to enable this important feature in field service. What you need to do, in every developer org you will have a field service setting options. How to get that field service setting options in your playground? Click on this care action. Click on setup. If we'll go to the setup in the quick file section, in the quick find sections, type field service. Type field service. If you will type field service and that this field service, you will able to see field service settings. Go to the field service settings. If you will go to the field service settings, one option is there to get started, set up field service. You will able to see this toggle option is there. You have to click on the toggle to enable the field service and wait for the message that says that your changes are saved. Previously means by default, it will be in a disabled conditions. You have to make it enabled and you need to wait for the message that says your changes are saved. Then once you have enabled these settings, then you have to go to link which I have mentioned here in the incognito window. You need to open that link. You need to install your package. Then your package installations will be successful. It's a simple step-by-step click on the production and your email that takes to be provided, where you will be receiving the successful message, installation success message. Yep, this is the prerequisite. Now I need to tell you one thing, that is, once you enable that field service, what you need to do. Some options are there, like one. Options are there like enable notification for users. You have to click on this enable notifications. Sometimes what happened, these options by default are not checked. You have to manually check these options. I have manually checked that. Once you will enable this in your developer org, what you will do? You have to manually check that option. Sometimes it will be checked. Sometimes it will not be checked. If it is not checked in your developer, you have to make it manually checked. This is the options. Other options are, as of now it is optional. Based on some requirement, we will enable that options under field service settings. As of now, it is optional. This is the mandatory prerequisite to get the field service manage package installation done. Now question on this as well. Sure. When you've installed this in your developer edition, is this a standard developer edition where you only have a single or two licenses, or are there any ways you can get an environment as? No, it is what I have installed. What was happening? It is standard development installations with two licenses system, admin licenses. And what happens? Based on that, I have created the assignment which I have. That is standard development. Thank you. Now I will go to the next topic. Now another mandatory step which you need to do after doing the installation. If I go to the PPT here, I will go to the app and versions. I have mentioned over here how to do that. Installations now create and assign permission sets. Now let me tell you what is the create and assign permission set options in field service. Like me, if I'm going over here. After the installation successful, you need to go to the field service options. This is the field service option that will come under field service app. Now what you need to do? Let me refresh it. It is getting hand. Let me refresh it. Now what you need to do under this field service? You need to create on this field service. You just check it once that your field service managed package installations were properly successful or not. It will click on this field service. If this is coming to your playground, that means installation successful, like verifying permissions, territories, all those things are green ticked. If it is all are green ticked, that means your field service installation successful. Now I'm going to that. This is another check. Now third check is you go to the app launcher and you will click on field service settings. Field service settings. If we'll go to the field service settings. Under this field service settings you will able to see that it come. It's loading. The settings in this page will come in this page. Beside the getting started options, permission set options are there. This permission sets are specifically for field service lightning. What you need to do? I have click on. That means create permissions on each of the tiles like field service dispatch, field service resource, field service agent. In each tile contain the create permissions options here. You have to click on the create permissions options. Then you will get this message permission set is up to date. We have to click on create permissions and then permission set will be showing that it is in up to date condition. All those 7 tiles are there. It is field service related permission set. We will discuss which permission set is required for which persona. We have to click on the permission set and make those permissions set up to date. And once it is showing up to date, we have to click on save. I have done that in my developer all. Now what you will do? Now 3 steps you have completed. Now what you will do? You have to assign the permission set. Now in your developer org, you will be basically performing the activities like a field service admin. Now you are a field service admin to perform the field service related activities. What you need to do? You need to assign yourself a field service admin permissions. That is mandatory. Like if I go to here, and I am, let me show from here. This is the ESL training I have created, means my username, first name, last name. I have changed that. I'm just redirecting to my user. This is my user. I have made myself as a field service admin by assigning the field service admin permission. You have to go to the permission set assignment. And here you will able to see field service admin permissions is there. It is mandatory for a field service admin to perform the admin related job. You have to assign that field service admin license and field service admin permissions both. Up to this is clear. We can discuss then who are the field service users. If I'll go to the deck, you can also have one question on there. If we go back to screen a second, go back to Salesforce and the user page. I noticed also you mentioned the field service admin license. But there's also field sets license assignments beneath. Sorry, can I please come again? 3 related lists down as permission set license assignments as well as the field service dispatcher, field service scheduling. What I'm trying to say, when you have created that permission set which I have just mentioned in one step back, the permission sets are up to date. This permission set license as assignments. It is this permission sets license automatically come from the managed package itself. This will automatically come from the managed package dispatcher scheduling standard. I'll tell you which permissions will be required for each users one by one. We will discuss that. Let me go to the deck. Hopefully this answered your question. This answered your question. Yes, it does. Yes. Thank you. Now I'll go to that. This is the FSL permission set and license as I have mentioned. Like this button will be there, create permissions. You need to click on that button. And then your permission set will be showing that it is in up to date condition. If I go to the FSL key players now, that which permission set will be required for each users, that I will discuss with you. First is that it is basically 4 key players are there. One are field service administrator. Second is field service agents and dispatchers. Third is field service agents, and for this customers, and this will service agent means you. I can tell you this day will be working as a mobile technician notes. Basically administrator. What is the work of field service administrator? What is the functionality of? What is that? Basically the activity of field service admin. If you say admin, if FSL administrators set up field service features according to their unique business needs, they can set up includes installing the field service managed package and field service mobile app also. This is the activity for the FSL admin. Now coming to the FSL, dispatchers or service agents, you can say dispatchers. Dispatchers are basically suppose. I'm giving you the example. What is the generic workflow or field service? Like a generic field service, workflow starts with the Salesforce admin, setting up admin. Setting up field service according to your organization's needs means your agents create work orders. Create work orders as customer service calls come in. Then when your agent, they have created the work orders based on the customer service calls. Now the dispatcher will come into the picture. Dispatchers schedules the appointments or dispatchers schedules the job and optimizing the job according to who has the skills and who is carrying out the parts and who are in the location. Then this is the work of the dispatchers. Then the mobile customers or the agents, the mobile resources, who are also known as mobile workers of technicians. They can complete the service appointment and close out the work orders. I can say dispatchers agent, I can say service agents. Basically takes the customer service calls and requests the field service appointments via work orders, which list the skills and parts that are needed. And dispatchers basically assigns and manages the service appointments. and they basically schedule that service appointment to a field technician. They can optimize that service appointment according that who all are the technicians among them who has the skills. Based on the skills, they can assign the service appointment to them who is carrying the parts and who are present in a location. This all at the work and customers work is very simple. They can raise the case, they can log their problem on top of Service Cloud platform. This is basically the overall work and responsibilities which I have just discussed for field service, admin agent, dispatcher and field agent. I have mentioned here. Now I will tell you what are the permission set and licenses required for each and every, I can say each and every personals. Let me tell you. A field service standard user means all users who needs the field service standard user permissions to access the field service object. Every user should have field service standard user function. That's fine. Field service user licenses already include that permission. Let me tell you, if I'll go to the main org, I will tell you. I'll tell you like if I'll go to the permission set assignment, edit assignment. I'm just showing you what are the permission sets which are available according to the person of you will assign that permission set. First of all, field service dispatcher license. Look at this field service dispatcher license. This dispatcher license basically provides the access to the dispatcher console. What is dispatcher console? This is the dispatcher console. This is the dispatcher console. Let me tell you which is coming. Let it open. This is the dispatcher console to able to see all those appointments. We'll be discussing. This is coming one by one discuss. This is this dispatcher console to access that you need to assign that persona that field service license. Sorry, field service dispatcher license. This provides the access to the dispatcher console. Who needs it? The dispatchers needs it. Now coming to the field service scheduling license. If I just scroll up, sorry, not full service scheduling license. Field service admin licenses I have already discussed. Sorry, field service mobile licenses. This one. Look at this. Field service mobile licenses basically provides the access to the field service mobile app. Who are the field technicians? They will be able to see all the jobs which is basically assigned to them. This mobile licenses and also full service agent license and agent permissions. Also, this is applicable for the field service mobile workers, or you can say who are the full service technicians. Mostly used permissions are full service admin license. Full service admin workers needs this permissions and licenses. Dispatchers needs dispatcher licenses and dispatcher permissions and agent license and agent permissions and mobile licenses that should be assigned to the field service mobile technicians. These all are the basic thing which you need to set up when you will be setting up the users. Now I go to the object model. I will discuss the field service object model. Then we will create the service source. Let me tell you first what are the main object of field service. Main objects are field service. When your field service is enabled, you will find the core features which are ready to configure in setup. What are those? What are those? First is service resources. Service resources. Look at this service resource. This is a core and hard object of field service. I have mentioned it like this workforce object. It is assigned resource and service resource, standard selling service objects, mounting loop, which is work order, and user territory and scheduling objects are basically service territory, member operating hours and time slots. Now coming to that service appointment, which is basically central object of field service. Now let me tell you which objects is. What is the purpose of each and every object? Service resources, basically the mobile employees who can perform the field service work. Now service territories, assigned resource, I'm coming into that. I will show you when the assigned resources required. When the assigned resources required. Let me tell you service territories. Service territories is basically the regions where the field service work is performed. Now coming to that of operating hours. Operating hours means the times when field service work can be performed for service territories, service resource and customer accounts. Operating hours are made up of time slots. Time slots means a time period within a day when a field service work can be completed. Now I am coming to the service territory. Member. Service territory. Member is basically the child object of service territory where you can assign the member. Member means the service resource to the service territory. A service territory can have multiple service territory member associated into it. Now coming to that service appointment. Service appointment is the central object of field service, which is basically appointments for field service work. What is work order? Work order is basically parent which requests for field service work. That is the overall thing. Now overall heart or core object of field service. Now coming to the assigned resource. Assigned resource is the junction object of service appointment and service resource. First, what is happening? Suppose I have set up a user in my development and I have made that user as a service resource. What will happen? This junction object will not contain any record for the very first time. Using that field service managed package, but functionality is there. Once a service appointment is scheduled to the service resource, automatically a record will be created under assigned resource record. I'll show you. Let me give you the brief. I'll show you. That is the overall object model of field service lighting. I have given here also. I'll come to that work order. What was the line item? Service territory users operating our service resource. What is work order line item? Work order line item is basically the child object of order. It is a subtask of work order. Like a work order is supposed pipe installations. This is a work which is assigned. Then that pipe installation can have a subtask like pipe repairing, then pipe testing pipe, then fix the length of the pipe based on that specific issue. This kind of subtasks are there which is related to the main task. Main task is work order and the subtask is categorized with a different work order line item. And that is associated to the master work order. Sometimes for your business requirement, the work order line items are required. Sometimes your business requirement is not there. Only parent work can be sufficient to provide the job. This is the functionality of work order and work order line item. Now what I will show you step by step. First, what you need to do, you need to create a service resource first. Let me show you. If I go to here, go to field service. Here service resources are there. I have created. Look at this, only 2 licenses are there. The licenses, I have made myself 2 active service resource. What will you have to do? You will do, it's very simple. Let me tell you how to do that. First Simon Cliff I have created. Let me tell you first Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones is an user which I have created. I want to make this Aaron Jones user as a service resource. That's why what I have done, user licenses Salesforce you have, I'm giving the role as installation and repair services. This is a standard role which is coming when using with the managed package. Installation and request service. It is automatically come with the managed package. You have to assign that role to a service resource. Or if your business demands a different role, then you have to create a different role for that which your business requires. For the hands-on purpose, this installation requires services which is out of box came with the managed package. You can assign that role to a service resource. Now profile is standard user as of now he is a service resource. We do not need to assign any kind of system admin profile to him. That's a standard user is a license is Salesforce. Now, what are the permission sets required for a service? Let me tell you. I have assigned the extra permission set also. That first permission set is which I have told you agent license, agent permissions. Now mobile license that he can get the notifications in his mobile also. Now what I have done, I have assigned that service resource license which is mandatory for a service resource. And this will service mobile standard permission set I have assigned into that. No need to assign that permission set when you will be creating. I have assigned it, just I can delete it also. I have just testing it. I have just assigned that. Now what you need to change, you need to do, your user has been set up. Let me give you the brief what I have done again. Just go back. Create a user. Put the profile standard user, the license Salesforce role installation repair services. Go to the permission set agent license, agent permissions, resource license, resource permissions and mobile license. That 5 permissions that is required for a service like service resource to set up. And that must be active definitely. Now what you do, we will create the service resource. Now you can create the service resource from 2 ways. If I go to the service resource here, suppose let me open it from App Launcher. If you go to the service resource, you can create the service resource from here that you click on New. You will put the name. You will assign the user which you have created. Resource type will be technician. Multiple types are there. This is the standard pick list value. You will click on the technician. Now you can put the description. Now you can make it active, including scheduling optimization. As of now, for the first day setup, I will not recommend you to click on that option. We will discuss this about these options in optimization chapter. Now she really constant. Also, it is not required as of now. Now you can click on save. Your service resource has been generated. Like I have done that. If I'll open Aaron Jones, I'll click on edit what I have done. Same thing I have done. If I'll click on edit, I'll able to see all those options that's been there, which I have just told you. Another option is there from where you can click the service resources, which is go to here, field service settings. It will go to the field service settings. You have to go to the Go to Guided Setup. Click on the Guided Setup. It will checking your permission sets are up to date or not. If it is up to date, then it will redirect you to a different page from where you can create the service resource. If I'll scroll down, look at this. This is the service resource options. Click on that service resource. What you will do in the service resource sections, you can select the new service resource which I have. You will create and put the resource name. Gantt 11 is not mandatory here. I will come to that. If you will create a new service territory, then all those service territories options will be available here. You can assign your service resource to the service territory to which you want to. I'll come to that point how to create the service territory. As of now, just keep in mind you can able to see all the listed service territory is here. Now one green option is there and one mobile option is there. Look at this, all licenses devolved. That's the mobile licenses we'll use. This is the green options. This is the green options. It is the scheduling licenses and this is the mobile licensing and permission. If you click on that options and add it, your field service resources will be added over here. I have them active and I have assigned that 2 licenses to them. I'll say that makes sense. I was just saying that makes sense. This is the service resource setup. Now I'm coming to the service territories. If I go to the service territory, let me configure one territory. Let me configure one territory. It can go to the service territory here and you will create a service territory. What I'll do, I'll create a service territory. Let me make the name like. Suppose I have created these 3 service territories. Let me create a new service territory. Suppose I'll put the name New York area. Oh, New York, only New York. Parent territory. As of now, I'm not putting the parent territory here. Now we are operating hours is there. Look at this, 3 operating hours are available which I have created. Let me tell you what are the operating hours before assigning this to a service territory. Let me create the operating hour from here. What I have already clicked, that already created the operating hours. Let me create an operating hour for you also. What is the operating hour? As I have already mentioned that this is the business hours when your customers know that they can call your mobile workers. Basically, it will reflect when your mobile workers will be available. In other words, I can say your field technicians probably don't drive up to customers' homes, suppose at a specific period of time. Your organizations probably has differing hours, depending on where the customers are located and what the terms in their service agreement are like. Operating hours will basically help you. The field service can optimize your service appointments, considering your service agreements, employees' schedules, and regional holidays. Suppose I'm giving you an example. If your organization has a service territory in New York City, creating operating hours that should cover that time zone. This will help you to align your customers and mobile workforce with the working hours. Basically operating hours. Help you to establish the business hours when your customers know that they can call your mobile workers. It is basically reflect the mobile workers' availability. Let's create a new operating hour for you. If I click on this new operating hours, it is redirecting me to the operating hour page. Let me put it like Monday to Friday. Sorry, Monday to Friday. Suppose 8 am to 6. No 8 am to suppose I can say 4 pm. Eight am to 4 pm. And it is operating hour name. Now what I will do in the description. Suppose I am putting it in New York hours. And time zone is basically, let's put it in the lifetime America. GMT minus 4, it will be minus 4. E minus, and welcome where it is. This is the time zone. I am setting it up. Now I'm clicking on self. My operating hours has been set up over here. Now what I will do, I will make it active. I'll make it active, and as of now, I am not putting any address over here in the service region. I'm just giving the name as new work. I'm not putting any service. I'm clicking on save. My service territory has been created from here. Now, what is the mandatory step you need to do after creating the service territory? You have to go to the related. After clicking that service territory, you have to click on the service territory members. Like I have said in the data model, that service territory member is the child object of service territory. You need to configure that one service territory can have multiple service territory member. If I go to here, I need to create service territory member, and once you will create that service territory, a service resource can have primary service territory or secondary service territory or relocation service territory. I will talk about it. What are the different significance of the service territory? Let me assign Aaron Jones to this service territory New York. New York territory type is primary. I'm not putting any addresses of now. Start date is means from when to when. What is the durations that specific service resource will be available in this time. In this tradition, let me put today's date. It's 12 p.m. Let me make suppose next month December 31st. This is a long duration. I am just setting it up. I'm just setting up this service resource to the service trade. I'm clicking on save another territory. Good, because what I have done, this resource, I have assigned to another service territory already. What I'll do, let me change the date, it is overlapping. What I will do, go to the service resource of Aaron Jones and go to the related, and this is the member. or he's already the member of Los Angeles. Look at this, I have already associated Alan Jones to Los Angeles territory, and in a primary is the primary territory, and the date is 11:18 to 11:24 p.m. It is that side is overlapping. What I'll do, I will just change this Aaron Jones from law means what I'll do. I will just delete that service territory member for you. Let me delete that, and what I will do, go to the service territory which I have created for you, like work, and go to the related, and I will assign Aaron Jones to New York service territory. Because what I have done previously, I have set up Aaron Jones to Los Angeles service territory, and it was this primary. Definitely a service resource cannot have two primary territories at the same time. That's why I need to make one service territory primary territory. What I will do, go to the start. Let's make today's date and end date is suppose 31st December 12th. What I will do, let me just increase that time. Suppose May, July, August 31st. Now what I'll do, let me click on save. Now it is created. It's clear. That makes sense. Now what I will do, I'll go to the operating hours. Operating hours I have created for me, which is Monday to Friday. But as I have mentioned I need to, if I go to the data model, what is their time slot? Time slot, I need to mention if I will go to here time slot. Is that object if I'll go to here? Sorry, yes, if I go to the time slot. Time slot is basically the child object of operating hours. It is containing the availability of availability. Time for that specific calendar is in that operating hour, which particular time that operating hour is being available at time slot. If I go to here in the related sections, I need to add the time slots here for this operating hours. Like day of week, suppose first Monday type is normal stack time. Suppose I'll make it suppose a time to a time, suppose 4 p.m. 4 p.m. Monday to Friday. Save it again, I'll create new. I'll create Sunday to Friday, first Tuesday, normal A time for here 7 cause Monday. Tuesday, Wednesday. You for beam 7 Wednesday, Thursday, there a new. Then I'll create for Friday, same what I have done Monday to Friday. I create 5 distance slot. You can extend it also. You can create it for Saturday and you can create it for Sunday because going forward it will be your business requirement. Suppose they are expecting one service resource will work on the weekend, the shift they will be created. Based on that, you have to define the time slot. My operating hours setup has been done. My service resource setup has been done. My service territory setup also done. Here if I go to the service resource Aaron Jones is active. his technician. He has a service territory in Newark, and in Newark what I have done, I have created a service territory member. Everything is fine now. Now what we will do? We will create a flow from here. Flow means we have to make a. Just let me check one thing. Did I make the service territory member? Primary. Just I'm checking what you will do once you will create the service to remember, have to make the operating hours here also, which you have created like this one. This operating hours has to be tagged in a service territory member. Also, just I'm saving it. Now, let me go to the field service dispatcher console. Let's see in the dispatcher console, which is alternatively called a Gantt chart. In this Gantt chart, let's see one territory. Let me select one territory. This is the territory settings. Let's click on New Work. Save it. It is loading. We'll be discussing in detail going forward. Let me check. Look at this. New York is coming under New York territory. RN Jones is available as of now. Utilization is 0 because I haven't assigned any kind of service appointment to him. That's why his utilization is 0. Now what I will do? I'll create a workflow for him. How do I create a workflow for him? Let me go to the work orders. I will create a work order. What I do? I create a fresh work order, which rate, suppose as of this is development org. I am a customer as of now. I'm making myself a customer because I'm making a system at will how the job has to be created, miss any. To create an work order, and from work order, automatically a service appointment will be created. Let me show you how to create a work order. First, what I will do as of now. What I will do, new work order I will create. First, I'll choose the service territory. Look at this here, work type is there. We will discuss in detail. What type is a different chapter? We need to assign the work type to us while you are creating the work order. It is not mandatory, but it's better to select the work type because it is a work order template. What kind of work order you are generating? That is, creating from a template. I will discuss in detail in a different chapter. As of now, I have created some more types. I'm just assign that work type into it as of now. Do not keep it find. As of now, we'll be discussing in detail in a different class. As of now, I'm choosing service territory newer, which I have created. Priority is suppose medium status is new account you have created account in your system. Suppose I have chosen a dream house, or suppose I've chosen Thames Water. Now what I will do, you can attach into a case or you cannot. It depends on you. Sometimes issue will be generating from your account. Sometimes issues coming by a case. That is depends what kind of business requirement you have. Now what will do? I will click on sample. Your all current work order has been generated. Look at this when see your work order has been generated. Look at this automatically. Under this work order, a service appointment has been generated. Service appointment has been generated. Once this service appointment is generated, you will open the service appointment and look at this. This service appointment status is new. It is a new status. That means I haven't scheduled that service appointment to the any kind of field technician as of now. Look at this. You remember I told you that assigned resources, a junction object of service appointment and service results. Now if I go to here, look at this here. In the junction object, assigned resources 0. No records is coming into that. No record has been created for the service appointment. Once I will assign this service appointment to a service resource, then what will happen? Automatically, one record will come under assigned resource. What I'll do, I will go to here and I'll go to here in the dispatcher console. That means in the field service. It is opened from here. Let me open in a new tab. What is my service appointment name? It's a 0822. If I go to here in the dispatcher console or can chart, it says 0822 should be available. Look at this. It's a 082 is available here in the new condition. Which service territory it is from which service to it has been created. It has been created from new service did it. To match the service territory, Aaron Jones is available in history today. What I will do, I'll drag that service appointment and assign that service appointment to this Aaron Jones. I am assigning Aaron Jones to this service appointment to him. This service appointment status is now scheduled. Look at this. It is in a scheduled condition. If I'll go to here and refresh the page, look at this which is coming. Just wait for a while. You look at this in the status is automatically changed from new to scheduled condition. Condition now as a service resource. You will be able to see that service appointment in his mobile device. That one service appointment is already assigned as a planned door in my calendar. He will mobile. What well? Technicians will able to see this service appointment assigned to his calendar. In mobile. Now, one thing I would like to mention over here and then we'll wrap up the session. If I'm scroll down, one field is there. This time constant field we'll discuss later. I will just show you that once you will schedule that service appointment, look at the schedule started and she will indeed these two fields automatically populated in the system. But the service appointment, this is automatically populated. These are the flow from service appointment, creations from work order, and make that service appointment assigned to a field technician from dispatcher console. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel.